Okay, well, hello, happy Thursday, Paltalk friends. Welcome to the In Touch Weekly show on Paltalk. I today have brought you my very first musical guest, the lovely Jenn Bocian. I am opening the show to her song right now. Anyway, we are so happy to have you, and today we're going to be hearing all about Jenn and her career track, and she's going to sing for us. Right?
Oh, sure. All
right.
I can do that.
And also, we're going to, of course, talk about the new issue of In Touch Weekly. I always bring you the most interesting gossip and fashion trends and beauty trends, and you can weigh in on what celebrities are doing.
Absolutely.
In addition to our first musical guest, Jenn Bocian, we also have a co-host today, the Jack-o'-lantern, in honor of Halloween coming up, and that's why I'm wearing a boa. You know I don't normally wear boas, and Jenn has so nicely participated and worn a crown. So happy Halloween to everyone. I hope your costumes are coming along just fine. Do you have any fun Halloween plans this weekend?
Oh, I have a couple parties in mind. Still haven't thought of a costume yet. I may just go as a sexy vampire or something.
Okay, that's
You can always
good.
pull something off at the last minute. Find something in your closet and just wear it. So.
Okay, so I'm Dorothy Cascerceri, your host, the senior editor of In Touch Weekly. So excited to have you here today. Remember, if you want to ask any questions or comments, please just raise your hand on Paltalk and we'd be happy to answer them. So Jenn, let's talk a little bit about you. You are the next Katy Perry, the next Britney Spears.
This is what I'm hearing.
Right? And tell us a little bit about your career and a little bit about your musical backgrounds.
Okay, well, I grew up in a very musical family. I was in the choirs and I did solos all through elementary school and high school, and I decided this is the only thing that I want to do. This is the only career path for me, so I decided to major in vocal performance at Lebanon Valley College in Annville, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania!
Pennsylvania!
That's right, I forgot to mention that Jenn is actually from Harrisburg, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm a Philly girl, so we have the Keystone State connection.
We absolutely do.
Good stuff, okay.
Yeah, so I did vocal performance. I graduated at Lebanon Valley College with that, and I just, I did a couple jobs here and there just trying to find my path. I played with a rock and roll cover band for a while, and then I got discovered. I met a guy who knew a guy, and he is now my manager and producer, the incomparable Daryl Lawrence of Asia Music and Film.
Wow, so getting discovered really does happen. I mean,
It really does.
You're kind of doing your own thing, and then all of a sudden you get like an angel tapping you on the shoulder and saying, I see something in you and I want to do something for you.
You have to be careful because it happens a little more than you think, but these guys, you know, some guy comes up to you and says, oh, I know a guy. Sometimes you have to brush it off a little bit because everyone knows a guy. But this came from a very good source. He's actually a friend of my mom's who works with her and said, you know what, I know someone who can really get your career off to a good start. So 2 days after that, I was in New York, and the rest is history.
Wow. And now just recently, you've had some concerts, correct? Where have you been performing?
I was at Irving Plaza in September.
Irving Plaza is a great venue. Here in New York City, fantastic venue. A lot of really, really big names go through there.
Absolutely.
Jenn Bocian being the biggest name, of course, that Irving Plaza has seen.
Lady Antebellum actually played the night before I did.
Oh, wow,
so that was, they brought some good energy, some good vibes my way, and it was really an incredible performance, and we're currently we're undergoing some more bookings now for 2012.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And if you could, you know, perform with anyone in Hollywood, anyone in the music sphere, who would it be? Who would your dream duet partner be?
My dream partner would have to be singing with Eric Clapton, singing one of his old tunes.
Wow.
Something like Bell Bottom Blues or Layla. Either version. I love Eric Clapton. I'm a big Beatles fan, so Paul McCartney would be really fun.
Now, how did I know that you were going to choose someone not super obvious? You know, a lot of people say, oh gosh, it would be my dream to perform with Justin Bieber or whatever.
Well, that would be fun too. I have caught a little bit of the Bieber fever. So.
Who hasn't?
I know.
He's
so
adorable.
Cute.
I mean, he's like half my age and I have a super like grandma crush on him, I think.
Oh, please. No.
Wow, so Eric Clapton or Paul McCartney.
Yes, my dad is a huge fan of Eric Clapton and the Beatles, the Allman Brothers, so I grew up listening to that kind of music, and I actually got to see Eric Clapton with my dad in Philadelphia a couple years ago, and I definitely had the bug from there on out. It's like, oh, if I could just sing backup for Eric Clapton, that would just be so phenomenal. But now the way this is going, I could actually sing up next to him. I would love that.
So let's talk about your single, and I watched the video for it. This is the song that I actually opened with today, Don't Love You, right?
Yes.
So, okay, tell us, now this song and this video was deemed too sexy for morning TV by a morning producer, correct? Well, I love that, because you're not afraid to put your sexuality out there, right?
At all. Not
so,
at all.
So tell us a little bit about this song, and I'll play a little bit of it, if I can get it up here. Tell us a little bit about the song, like, you know, what is it about, kind of, you know, where it comes from.
Well, first of all, if you want to see the music video, you can visit my website, JennBocian.com. You can also find it on YouTube, Jenn Bocian, Don't Love You. You'll see that the music video is kind of based in a Catholic schoolgirl setting. The whole point of this is to educate women on what to do if you find yourself getting into a bad relationship. If he doesn't pay attention to you, if he doesn't show you respect, if he's just not a good guy. This is what you do.
So it has a really good message.
It has a very positive message, and the music video is just to really show off the goods a little bit. If you got it, flaunt it, kind of thing. But it's
and
not
you definitely have it.
Thank you. It's not just about that, but it's about the music.
You can't really see how beautiful she is underneath this boa.
Watch the music video. You'll see.
You'll definitely see it.
Yes.
So it's kind of reminiscent of like Britney Spears' "Hit Me Baby One More Time,"
except for
the fact that you're formally trained. I mean, you really have the goods to kind of back up the sexy girl act.
Yeah, actually, I'm classically trained. I was trained in a lot of opera, contemporary, and jazz. So this is not just new for me, but it's new for everyone else to hear a new and interesting pop sound.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you just tuned in, I am Dorothy Cascerceri, the host of the In Touch Weekly show, and I'm here with the fabulous and talented pop singer. Can we call you a pop singer? Is that how we would?
I like it.
Jenn Bocian, and she has this fantastic song that you can check out. The video is sexy. And where can they find the video?
They can find the video at JennBocian.com. You can also find it on my Facebook page, facebook.com/JennBocian, on my Twitter site @TheLadyJenn, or on YouTube. Just search Jenn Bocian, Don't Love You. Okay,
and Bocian, we're spelling B-O-C-I-A-N.
But to pronounce it, it's like ocean with a B.
Ocean with a B.
So don't get it confused.
Okay. Well, I wanna come back, and also if anybody wants to join in, questions, that sort of thing, we're here. We're all ears. The pumpkin will be fielding some questions later now. But I want to go back to everything that we were talking about. But first, I want to just quickly talk about In Touch Weekly, because people start complaining if I don't dive into the juicy goods. As you know, we're talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey again this week. It seems like all we ever talk about on the show.
Kind of, yeah.
Now, are you a Real Housewives of New Jersey fan? And you can be honest. And if you are, why? And if you are not, why?
I hear so much about it. I'm very selective with the TV that I watch. I'm a DVR fan, and that's just not one.
I thought you were going to say I'm a diva.
No, well,
I'm very selective with the TV I watch. I'm a diva.
How about this? I'm a DVR diva. So I tape a lot of sitcoms. I'm a big fan of Conan O'Brien, so I'm always on his stuff. But that's just not one that I ever really got into. Yeah.
Well, for all you Real Housewives of New Jersey fans out there, it is the cover story this week, and we're revealing all the dirty secrets from the Real Housewives. Now, last week, I was on the Wendy Williams show talking about why everybody is ganging up on Teresa Giudice, and some of the Real Housewives took to their Twitter to yell at In Touch and to yell at Wendy Williams.
I did see that.
You did see it.
I did see that.
And to check our facts and that sort of thing, but it was all a bunch of defensive tweeting, if you ask me. Either way, this week we're finding out that Jackie Laurita, who is, she's like quite the domestic housewife. She's kind of, I wouldn't really call her wholesome, but she certainly isn't very, very scandalous.
Okay.
Until now, because we found out that she actually has a secret stripping past. And she used to be a stripper when she was a single mom. She had to pay the bills somehow, and that's all right. You gotta do what you gotta do,
Some people do bartending, some people do stripping.
Right, and actually it's kind of like a fairy tale stripper story, because she met her husband Chris in one of the strip clubs and they fell in love. So it was
a story
like,
for the ages.
It was like the Cinderella equivalent of you know a stripping story. They lived happily ever after, and everything's great. Now, unfortunately, we also found out that her husband Chris is certainly calling the kettle black when talking about Teresa and all of her $8 million of debt that she's in, because we found out that in 2009, Chris's company, Signature Apparel Group, filed for bankruptcy.
Oh no.
They were $25 million in debt. And, you know, listen, I'm not here to keep tabs on people's debt, but I am here to say that these housewives have been ganging up on Teresa Giudice for all of her spending issues and all of her money troubles. And I just want to, you know, be clear and set the record straight that she's not the only one in trouble.
No.
So that's a really, really fun story this week. We also have, I was on ABC News Now earlier talking about this, and I love this. People can say whatever they want about Beyonce and about her bump, her baby bump that was basically deflating during an interview.
I read about that in Touch, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. I knew I brought her on the show for a reason. No, but people are having all these conspiracy theories that perhaps she's going through a surrogate and she's using a false bump to make it look like she's pregnant herself. Either way, whatever it is, two of her close friends spoke to In Touch Weekly exclusively and confirmed that there's a little Beyonce on the way.
That there is one coming.
She is having a girl, and she is over the moon excited.
That's great.
We have this adorable photo of her from when she was little. Look at how cute she is.
Oh my god.
And so she's very, very excited. She's going out. She's spending $100,000 to outfit this nursery.
I can imagine.
She's bought a crib. She's bought a changing table. But you know, this is what I like about Beyonce. The sources told us that not only is she shopping at Gucci and Louis Vuitton, I mean, how could the kid not wear Gucci? But she's shopping at the Gap and she's shopping at OshKosh B'gosh. So you know, this is really a very down to earth.
It's very real. And you know what? Even if you're going to spend $100,000 for a crib for all the little baby fixins, you know what? You're still going to have to pay so much for the baby in the long run. So you might as well save a few bucks while you're doing it. And yeah, places like OshKosh B'gosh, Baby Gap, Babies R Us, they're a great way to save some extra money, especially when you have a little one on the way.
Yeah. So Beyonce's happy to spend, but then again, you know, she's a budget shopper. Yeah. So you gotta love her for that.
She's allowed to be thrifty too.
Exactly. Now I want to talk a little bit about some celebrity fashion, and also I love this dress that you're wearing.
Thank you.
I love it. Has like this great zipper detail on it.
Yes, it actually zips all the way down.
All the way down.
Yeah, all the way up, I guess.
Sexy. It's just like your video.
A little, yeah.
Right?
That's why I'm wearing it. It's so comfortable too, but it also keeps me warm because today it's very rainy.
I know. New York is not pretty at all. If you're somewhere sunny and it's a beautiful day, then you know what? Congratulations.
Enjoy.
But I'm very envious of you. Well, I want to talk a little bit about some celebrity fashion, and then I have some burning questions still for our incredible musical guest here, Jenn Bocian, who is going to sing a little bit for us later. I'm really excited about that. Wait, I just have to say also, you know, my friends and I on Saturday night, we went out for karaoke.
Okay.
And when I do karaoke, it's you know, people should probably just bring earmuffs along because it's really nothing anybody wants to hear. But there's something about it where I get the microphone. I mean, sorry, I don't get it. I grab it out of someone's hand, and I all of a sudden think that I'm the next Jennifer Lopez singing along to the bouncing ball.
Everyone gets that little diva quality when they're up there on stage in front of so many people.
I mean, it's crazy. You know, I have a couple, you know, beers or whatever. But either way, I always said that if I had one wish. If I had one wish in the world, other than, you know, for my family and friends to, you know, be healthy and live forever, if I had one wish, it would always be to sing.
Really?
It is something that I just have always loved to do secretly, okay? Believe me, I spare the ears of those around me. But it is such an amazing talent. It's such an amazing gift to have. It
really is. What I love about my gift is you can bring it with you all the time. It's not like a musical instrument you have to cart around with you, but you also have to take good care of your voice and your body all the time because your body is your instrument.
Well, that was my next question for you. So how do you make sure that your voice is, you know, okay, and you know, how do you make sure that you don't strain it? Because I guess you're singing a lot, you're practicing, you're rehearsing.
Sure. I'm a big fan of tea. I have lemon tea with honey all the time. Drink a lot of water, at least a gallon of water a day. Really big on that. I have water right here.
Yeah.
Also, proper diet, taking care of your body, making sure you're not, you know, overly exhausted all the time because of course, that's going to affect your voice. That affects how you talk to people in any career path, in any business. Like if you're talking to someone like this, like you're just tired, there's no energy there, there's no power there. But as a singer, as a business person, as whatever you do, you have to be, you have to have all this energy all the time, and that's what singing is all about. It's about bringing a good, just bringing a good vibe to other people and having a lot of energy too, so people can feed off of it. So keeping your body healthy, keeping your voice healthy is so important as a performer.
Yeah, I mean it's great that you say that, because then I look at some celebrities out there, somebody like Britney Spears or even Lindsay Lohan. She had her singing days.
She did, yeah.
And I look at these celebrities. I mean, even, this is a stretch, but even Paris Hilton. All right, I
liked that single.
Okay, I like the single too. I have that single. Wait, I have to find it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have to find it because I have it on my iPod, and then I transferred it to my iPad.
I may not know all the words, but I know the tune, and I really liked it. It was a nice. It was a really good summer song and summer video. It was just on pop-up video the other day too.
Really?
I watched it. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, maybe I didn't transfer it over. Oh, I didn't. Well, anyway, I guess I ixnayed that from the transfer.
Well, you know what we're talking about, though. It's
Stars Are Blind, it was called.
Yep.
But anyway, we look at these celebrities that are out at the clubs until 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're falling over, and they have, runners in their stockings and mascara down their faces, and they look like hot messes. And I just always wondered how they kept it together with their voice.
I wonder it too.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not my path, and they can do what they want. If they're successful in whatever they do, that's fine.
But you take very good care of your voice.
I take very good care of my voice.
See, Jenn is a true professional. Okay, she's gonna rise to the status and the fame of all of these pop star celebrities, but we're not going to be seeing her in Touch Weekly for falling down.
And it won't be my fault if I am in there.
We'll only see her for the the fashion spreads and things like that.
What to wear, I hope.
What to wear, exactly. Now, really quick, before I ask my other questions, I have to say, folks, your comments, I have to read this one comment. Please, I love your comments on the computer, but raise your hand and let's hear your voice. When I mentioned that I drank a few beers to do karaoke, somebody wrote, LOL, Dorothy, beer always makes one brave.
What do they call it? They call it liquid courage.
Liquid courage, exactly. So, I mean, who is it that said this? Diana62. Anyway, I mean, call in and let's hear from you.
I like it.
The other thing that I wanted to ask you is where your inspiration comes from with your songs. Have you written all of your songs or just some of them? How does that work?
Oh, how that works is, my producer and manager, Daryl Lawrence, is also an incredible musician, drummer, and songwriter.
Okay.
When I met him, he had a lot of songs already archived, just waiting for the right voice, and he met me and he said, do I have some music for you?
Wow.
So what we do is we go into the studio and we just play around with it. We make it mine. The musical stylings are all my own, but the real brains behind it are Daryl Lawrence. He's really fantastic.
That's wonderful. So that's kind of like a gift. I mean, you were handed this incredible song just wrapped up in a neat little package. That's
really
incredible.
Yep.
Well, I want to also just switch gears for a second and go back to the fashion trends of the week, because I love talking about the In Touch Weekly Style Spy. It's my favorite spread in the magazine, other than all the juicy gossip. And this week, everybody is in show-stopping necklaces. And I'm a huge fan of the bib necklace and the big necklaces that kind of hang down. We have Drew Barrymore and Chanel, Olivia, isn't that gorgeous? Olivia Palermo and Lulu Frost. And the thing that I always thought about these necklaces is that you could only wear them, or you should only wear them, with a scoop neck or a V-neck shirt or dress. Something like, you can't really see it because I'm with my bow, but something like what I'm wearing, because then it will really show the necklace. But this week we're seeing that that's not the case. You know
who really trademarked that was in Sex and the City, Sarah Jessica Parker. She had a bib necklace like that. It was a butterfly, and I always really thought about this because I thought it was beautiful. But sometimes she doesn't wear a scoop neck or a V-neck. It's just a solid right across right across to her shoulders, and it shows off
like a boat neck almost. I guess.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And that's
but
what
she doesn't follow the rules, and neither do these ladies.
No, and these celebrities are all wearing these kind of like high neck shirts.
Yeah, it's kind of like mine right now. You see the zippers all the way up top.
And that would
if I were
perfect.
wearing a bib right over that.
And then also, what I also love is that Kourtney Kardashian is wearing this fabulous Danny Joe necklace, and she is actually wearing a long sleeve shirt with a zip up. So she's even going one step further into doing what I would think would be the wrong thing. But okay, we have our first caller. Okay, let's see. Jan in Istanbul. Wow. Well, thank you. Jan, are you with us?
Jan.
Hello. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Great. What's your question or your comment? Thanks for calling in.
Sure. I had a question for Jen, actually.
Hi. How are you?
I'm an Emmett. Yeah. Hi. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. It's a little getting late here.
Oh, okay.
A friend invited me in, so I heard about you being a singer. Uh-oh. Did I lose you guys?
No, we're here.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. And so I just had a question for you. As far as like voice is concerned, I heard you talk about taking care of your body and everything, but what would you recommend as a quick fix, if there is any, for a strained voice?
For a strained voice?
You know, I heard you talk about tea and lemon and stuff, but right now it's a little strained. I'm trying to drink water and just not talk so much, which is almost impossible.
Well, that's actually what I was going to suggest to you. The number one thing you can do for a strained voice is not use it. Vocal rest is very, very important for a singer. I remember when I was in college and I had a big recital coming up, the 24 hours before I sang, I didn't speak one word. That, combined with the tea, combined with saltwater gargling, that will really help you a lot. Now, I know sometimes it may be hard not to talk, but I always keep a notepad with me or my phone with me just to write a message to someone, just in case, but always do your best to just always rest.
Well,
great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for taking time out of your vocal rest to call in on Paltalk and talk to us. We really appreciate it.
No more.
No more. Now you can type. Okay, well, if you have just tuned in, I'm Dorothy Cascerceri, the host of In Touch Weekly's show here on Paltalk, and I'm here with the fabulous Jenn Bocian, who is going to perhaps sing us a little song.
Okay.
Okay, now before you sing, I just want to let everybody know, if you want to follow the hottest celeb gossip, you can check out intouchweekly.com. Also, you can follow In Touch Weekly on Twitter, at In Touch Weekly. How easy is that? You can follow me on Twitter, at Dorothy Lauren. That's my middle name. And on Facebook, facebook.com/Dorothy TV page. And you can also follow Jen on Twitter at
The Lady Jen.
The Lady Jen. Are there two N's?
There are two N's.
Right.
The Lady Jen NN. Yeah.
Okay. And your website?
My website is jennbocian.com.
BOCIAN. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Jen. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you want to sing?
Sure. Well, you've already heard my first single, Don't Love You. You've heard that backwards and forwards and what have you. I would like to sing the chorus and the bridge to my second single, Last. That music video will be out in just a few short weeks, and it is phenomenal. If you go to my Facebook artist page, facebook.com/Jenn Bocian, you will find plenty of behind-the-scenes pics of my new music video and second single, Last. You'll see a lot of hot gladiator women, and it's also featuring Arjun Gupta from Showtime's Nurse Jackie.
Oh wow! Now how did that connection come along?
You know what? I don't know. I just rolled with it. I was just really happy that he showed up. So
that's fabulous.
Yeah, we had a little romance going on. It was very fun.
I mean, you're already rubbing elbows with big celebrities. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to give it to you now.
So here's the chorus and the bridge to my next single, Last. In broad daylight when the sun goes down, we just can't wait until the next go round. Think you're about to fall in love, but know you're in the middle of the making of a quiet storm and gotta make it last. Thunderous lovers under the covers have the moves to make it rain. The chain lightning, sexy but frightening, yet it feels good just the same.
Oh my God, that was incredible!
Oh, you're making me blush.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Your voice is exquisite. And by the way, I need to just make sure everybody at home knows this, that was a cappella. There was no backup singers. We do have a few people in our studio, but they weren't helping out on the background vocals.
It all goes with the vocal training.
And that's a really hard thing to do. You know, it's so would you say that you enjoy singing a cappella or with music behind you?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on the kind of room I'm in. You know how a lot of people like to sing in the shower or sing in the bathroom because the acoustics are just amazing. Your voice echoes a little bit. I love to go into big bathrooms or just really big halls and sing a cappella as much as I can. Even in the car. You know, singing alone in the car is always really fun. Oh yeah. But if you're on a big stage with a lot of people, you want a big band behind you to give you that extra energy.
Definitely.
So.
But that was incredible.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. And I just want to say everyone is just raving right now.
They're clapping.
Very nice. Bravo.
Thank
People
you.
are giving thumbs up. Claps with a lot of P's and a lot of S's. It's very exciting. Bravo. Everyone's loving it. So I am so excited. You know, you're the first musical guest that we've had on the In Touch Weekly show. And
I'm honored.
It has been so much fun. You know, we have guests on with a variety of backgrounds. We've had some really great guests from some incredible charities. We had somebody on from DoSomething.org that talked about Step Up to Bullying. That was incredible. We had someone on from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Wow. Then we've had on some great celebrity makeup artists. And you're our first musical guest. And so we have a special place in our heart for you.
Thank you, Dorothy. It is an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. So we're wrapping up pretty soon. I know it always goes way too fast, but I do want to just talk really quick about a beauty trend this week because we didn't touch on any beauty things. And you know, I think that you actually have this look very much mastered. You must have been reading my mind, or you picked up In Touch yesterday and you copied the Beauty Spy. Either way, this week we're talking about how stars are proving when it comes to makeup that less is more. And you have a very subtle makeup look, and I love it. You're naturally beautiful.
Thank you so much. I always like to do the natural look. I mean, when you're at home and putzing around, you don't really want to go out. I mean, you're always natural, and that's how a lot of people perceive you. That's how a lot of people see you, and I want to be recognized. I want to have my actual face out there. I mean, you'll see my next video last. It's not really the case because I have to be a strong gladiator woman.
Of course.
But when I'm doing, when I'm talking to you, I want to look natural, and that's what these celebrities are here to do as well.
I love how they're all, kind of just toned down a little bit. We have Gwen Stefani. I mean, I do love when she does the dramatic hair.
Yeah, that's always fun.
She does the crazy red lipstick. She looks beautiful always, but I mean, without a lot of makeup, she's a natural beauty. So that's definitely. And then we have Sienna Miller, and we have Emma Stone. I'm a huge fan of hers.
Me too.
This is a great spread for all you ladies out there. You know, if you're just looking to kind of switch it up, a lot of times women think that when you don't have any makeup on, that you're not ready to leave the house, or if you don't have bright red lips, or dark eyeshadow, or whatever it is. If it's a Sunday afternoon or something, I'm running out of my apartment to go grab brunch, I'm probably just doing a little bit of mascara, maybe some under eye concealer, but
yeah, I'm a big fan of the concealer.
Less is definitely more. Okay, so guys, we have 1 minute left, and I'm so sad about that. Oh, somebody said nice. Natural is good. It helps us focus more on you than the star aspect of the person. We need more women talent who are natural.
Thank you.
And I think that is such a smart thing to say. I totally agree with that. I want to just try and play this. I don't know. I'm not sure why the video is not playing in its entirety, but we'll still try to,
That's all right.
So I want to leave you with a little funny, because I always like these.
I love these.
I know, I love them too. David Letterman said, Kanye West joined the protesters to Occupy Wall Street. A guy with diamonds in his teeth protesting greed. That's good. I love that one. And one more we'll do just really quick. Joan Rivers said, Whitney Houston refused to fasten her seatbelt on a plane. It really wasn't her fault. Her hands were in a straitjacket. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to the In Touch Weekly Show. I'm your host, Dorothy Cascerceri, here with the fabulously talented musical pop artist, Jenn Bocian. We're going to see some really big things from her. We're listening right now to her single, Don't Love You, and I'm just going to leave you with this. Follow us on Twitter, at Dorothy Lauren, at In Touch Weekly, at the Lady Jenn with 2 N's.
Yep.
And
Facebook.com/Jenn Bocian and JennBocian.com. Check it out.
And InTouchWeekly.com too. Those are all of our handles. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you back here next Thursday. And happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween from our jack-o'-lantern too.